Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day as per usual. Let's dive right into the analysis here. And at the moment, the SPY, again, another nice little update today, 29 basis points. Did we make a new all-time high today? No, we did not, but we got pretty darn close. Every day should be a new all-time high, right? I'm just kidding. But right now, the markets are essentially in this third wave up here. We're starting basically the 3 of 3 move, and now this is the bullish, extremely bullish phase where things should start to rally very quickly. And it looks like it's already started. We've got basically 3 updates in a row, and then we had a pause day, which was technically still an update because we closed higher, and then another update today. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 updates in a row, if you're not counting the red candles, but it was still technically an update. But yeah, no signs of any top just yet. My target remains the same, 510 to 540 on the SPY. That's about 40 points here on the S&P, or $40, if you will, on the SPY ETF. Yep. Let's move on. We'll take a look at Market Cipher. So Market Cipher, increasing green money flow, expanding momentum wave, -4 and 11 on the dual band strength index. Nothing to complain about. All things green, pointing towards the upside. Diving into maybe some of the smaller time frames, you have a little bit of diminishing green money flow, so that's not really too concerning at the moment. 1 hour time frame, we dipped in the red a little bit here. We recovered. We're back in the green, and now we have another green dot confirmation. Something I posted in my Discord here was that we had a little bit of consolidation today, essentially, as you guys can probably tell. So maybe we're starting to bull flag just a little bit before we continue the next move up, which would be another basically similar type of move, maybe 2 to 3%, right? 2 to 3% should bring us another similar move like that. And then we could maybe reach the 500 level, which would be a very big psychological level for the market. Looking at the SPY here on Wave Edge, no sell signals, weekly time frame, monthly time frame, nothing. 4-day, 3-day, 2-day, 1 day, nothing much. 4 hour, we have a red cross here on the 4 hour, but if we pump up, it should negate it. And looking at the earnings at the moment, as earnings season kicks off with some pretty big companies, I'll just cover them. I'm not gonna do too much analysis on them, but I'll just talk about them. I believe Netflix is up 9% in after hours. Netflix. I'm typing all wrong. There we go. So Netflix is up 9% in the after hours. So that should gap open tomorrow. That should help the NASDAQ lift up. All the others, similar stocks and tech stocks should follow suit. It's been hammering on this level, looking like it wants to go higher. So again, that's probably what it's going to do. We have technically done the 618 retrace. So I believe that we could very easily achieve the 786 if we were able to get there. Obviously, we have the 668, which is usually where institutions push stocks to stop out people and then reverse it. But if we are able to negate this downsloping RSI here on Netflix, then you're going to go much higher. And it's already starting to break out here on the daily. Tomorrow should be a huge update, so this should blast through and it should just cut through it like butter. Let's dive into some other individual names that we follow every day. Let's take a look at StarBucks. So StarBucks, unfortunately, retracing down another 1.18%, failing to get above the $94.50. Yeah, that's it. $94.50 level, and coming back down to the buy area. So again, this could technically go a little bit lower. You have some pivots down here around $90, and you have the final pivot all the way down at $89.23. And again, this can be achieved. It can extend lower because we've technically invalidated the buy area that I had marked out here. But hey, nothing nothing works always at 100%. You know, that's the thing with Elliott wave. Things can extend further than we think. And let's say this is the super bearish case for Starbucks, which I don't think we are in. This means that the wave one is the wave one finished here. This was your wave two, and then you're going into a 303 moment, which means Starbucks is going to go much lower, like 76 or even like to low 56 in the coming months. But I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're there because the market is melting up. There's too many people FOMOing. There's too many people buying. So this is just going to be a big rally, in my opinion. I think Starbucks has a big up move coming. Looking at the 4 hour, the bullish divergence continues to build. Even if we make a lower low and the RSI doesn't, then you have got your bullish divergence building there. So that's good news. Let's take a look at it very quickly on a wave edge. We'll see what's going on here. Nothing on the daily. A 4 hour, you already had a significant amount of buying accumulation. So I think institutions are just going to sit on these positions and wait. I expect that these levels will be defended. All right, let's take a look at ROKU. So ROKU, again, getting a very nice update today. So this is the, I don't know, I deleted everything last time. I think all my all my waves from last time reappeared. So yeah, it looks like the wave 2 is in. It truncated. It did not reach my buy area, which is unfortunate because I really would have liked that to get into a position on ROKU, but oh well. You move on and you look for the next opportunity. And right now, ROKU up 2.84%. And again, this is the third wave. So expect some very big moves up. Again, you can probably see some like 5 to 10% gap ups. And with Netflix getting a very big gap up tomorrow, you might see, ROKU up 4 or 5% as their competitor, but they're going to benefit from, maybe Netflix getting increased revenue or something like that. I didn't really watch the earnings, so I don't know. I can't say too much about it. But yeah, this is the target, same as always. Let's cover the. Let me just get this down here. Let's cover another stock. We'll take a look at Tesla. So Tesla, again, struggling. It's definitely struggling here. It's in the buy area. The RSI, it's in oversold conditions. Can it go lower? Technically, yes, it can go lower. The 4 hour has started to pick up a little bit. I don't really like how the stochastic is climbing up so much. This means that, this could be quite bad if it decides to reset again. Once again, it means that we could be headed for a disaster in earnings, and maybe we're gonna get a huge drop. But I don't know. I'll make my decision tomorrow before the close if I'm deciding to take it out or just hold on to it. But it's in the buy area, and if doesn't hold, then you're gonna go to the targets that are gonna be much lower, around 150 to 134, which is quite unfortunate if that happens. But yeah, let's take a look at some other names here. We'll take a look at what else do we cover always? We always cover another one. Oh, actually, we haven't checked on PayPal in a while. Let's take a look at PayPal. Yeah, PayPal actually retraced the move, retested it as support, and it held. So that's good news for PayPal. And now it should essentially be still in its third wave unless it's finished. If it's finished, then you're going to do a bit of a wave 4 retrace. But just seeing how close to wave 1 is, I would expect some more upside movement before we get our wave 4 retrace, especially if the markets are on verge of a breakout mode here. And this is the moon phase, right? This is where the 3-3 moment happens and everyone capitulates and gets long and FOMOs into the market. But yeah, that's basically it. PayPal should continue to move up. We'll take a look at natural gas. So nat gas has been getting killed lately. Quite unfortunate, tough trade. Obviously, commodities aren't easy to trade. Right now, it's getting a bit of a bounce. We'll have to see if it holds. The stochastics on the daily have reset. The 4-hour is already extended, so maybe this move is already finished and we're about to get a retrace. But we'll take a look at market cipher very quickly. Let's see what's going on over here. Take a look at the daily. Daily, there's some improvement in the dual band strength index numbers. The momentum waves are not showing any signs of a bottom on the daily. Neither are they on, well, I mean, they showed a bottom signal here on that gas a couple days ago on Monday. But if this doesn't keep going, then you're just going to roll over and you're going to keep extending lower, which is unfortunate. But yeah, you then at that point you want to be looking for maybe some lower targets. Maybe we're going to try and fade this low, tag this trend line before we go up. So yeah, that's about it. Let's take a look here at the dollar and the 20-year yield, which was actually the reason the market was actually struggling a little bit today at the beginning of the day. And I kind of guess throughout the entirety of the day, because the Russell 2000 kind of took a big hit today. But yeah, the dollar moving up definitely does not help with the equities trying to pump up. It actually kind of slows it down. So whenever you get this kind of move, it kind of tells me that maybe the dollar still has a little bit of juice, a little bit of fight left in it, and it wants to go to the 618, but we actually tagged the 50% retrace, or we tagged pretty darn close to it. Maybe if we can adjust it a little bit, then we'll get a better picture. Oh, sorry, but this is not this one. It's this pivot that we had. So yeah, I guess we got pretty darn close to it, the 50% retrace. If it doesn't continue up and we start to head lower, then that's basically it. Looking at the 4-hour, you already have bearish divergence. A high here and a higher high on the price, and a high on the RSI and a lower high on the RSI. So a little bit of a bearish divergence on the 4-hour. But yeah, looking at the 20-year yield following the dollar, essentially, I expect that the yields could technically go up a little bit more. But when I look at the TLT is already it's it's already flashing a buy signal on the daily. Right here, we got a nice little green dot. Now we're flashing a sell signal. So I guess it's trying to chop up some traders before we move up. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so we got some significant buying here on the TLT. Same thing on the daily, I'm assuming. No, nothing on the daily, but something on the 4-hour. So that's good to see. So 4-hour, you're seeing institutions starting to buy. Looking at TMF, we'll take a look at TMF. 3 times leverage, probably a similar situation. Yeah, basically the same thing. And you got a green cross on the daily. So that's good news for whoever's longing TMF. You should benefit from the move that's going to come into the upside. All right, that's basically it. Let's move on. We'll take a look at oil. So oil coming back down just a little bit right now. Still in this wave 2, taking its time. I know it's taking long, and I keep redrawing it every time, extending it. But yeah, that's basically what's going on with oil. Nothing has changed. We're just going to be patient, and we're going to wait for the move to come. All right, that's it. Let's finish it off with commodities. So yeah, commodities, sorry, not commodities, but with precious metals. Precious metals, nothing new here. Very slow market at the moment, except for maybe silver. Silver is a little bit more volatile. But again, came into the buy area, and now it's bouncing. We'll have to, in my opinion, I'm not buying silver just yet. I want to wait for it to come lower. And maybe we'll see that if the inflation numbers come down. We're going to get rate cuts. But even then, we know gold tends to pump when the rate cuts come, because that could potentially mean more inflation in the future. So it's very the way the market interprets the data. It's very interesting. Anyways, that's basically it. Not much to add. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for supporting the channel. We're actually at 350 subscribers now. We actually gained a significant amount in the last couple of days. Hopefully you guys enjoy this analysis. Oh, before I go, I'll just cover Alibaba very quickly, because Alibaba, I was talking about it yesterday, and I said I do like it as a buy here. And the same time that China news came out, with them potentially coming out with a stimulus package, and then boom, you know, a nice move, a nice sorry, from the lows here, I guess an 11% move, but that was really nice to see. So I guess those Chinese stocks are performing well. We are actually long yin at the moment, so that was a good move for us today. 13% move, triple leverage China bull ETF, so that was good to see. So if the Hang Seng is doing well, then we do well in you know, we also do well. And it looks like it's going to do well tomorrow with another 2% if it keeps up. All right. Have a nice evening.